I wanted to build one. As I was thinking, like, how can we put again technology together? Because this is really about innovating not just by creating rectangles, but we want to solve existing challenges that we had on the web before. One of those challenges, for example, for me was having gradients, right? You might want to show a gradient on your page. And up until yesterday, maybe you had to use images. And then you create the gradient with the image, and then you put the image as a background, and you use some CSS trick. You can now create a gradient using Canvas. You can create the gradient with SVG or with CSS. There is also a CSS3 modules that is all about gradients. However, that module is not quite ready yet. And so this is why I built this demo. Feel free to provide any feedback that you might have, but let me show you the trick here. So I have an input button, and I want to put a gradient to my input button. So the first thing I'm doing is creating an array with the color that I want to put to the gradient and the color stops that I want to define. The second thing is I create an SVG gradient. And I'm doing this just by creating dynamically an SVG snippet with my linear gradient, and I'm basically putting together the syntax for the gradient. Then I'm using this other trick of serializing the SVG into a data URI. Data URI is another great features of the HTML spectrum, and allows you to basically serialize the image inside one like string. And you can see that at the beginning, I'm basically defining the string as an image. And lastly, I apply the data URI as a CSS rule gradient, which is a CSS rule that I define it there as transparent. And my button, obviously, is using my CSS rule. So if I did the things